Hello, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm so happy you've chosen to join me for the second in our series of Christmas countdown projects. Now, this project is a little bit different from the others in this series because there's no home baking this week. I have had a crazy week. It has, as always, has been nuts. So I haven't had a chance to bake anything. So I thought I would share this one with you instead. So this is my 6-sided jar, candle in a jar, twist and close box, or something slightly shorter. So this is, there's a no stick, no ribbon close on this. I love this. It's fabulous. So if you just twist this box, it opens to reveal an IKEA candle inside, which is lovely. Now, I'm not going to use an IKEA candle today because I've got to say this is the only one I've got left that's not burned, even a little bit. So that is going back in there. I have got a Tesco's candle in a jar in sweet vanilla, which I love. And I've got to say, the IKEA candle is the exact same scent, which is just slightly crazy. And the fact that I've bought this one to as a different sort of scent, I thought I would try something different, and then when I have about 6 of those on the go already. But never mind. So we're going to put this one in a twist and close box today, and it's exactly the same size, so they will work just as well. This one uses Old Olive and the Merry Music Specialty Designer Series paper, and I've got a very similar one today in Cherry Cobbler, and I have got the, I want to call it Merry Little Christmas, but I'm not sure if that's what it's called or not. I will have to look it up. Designer Series paper. I'm not going to move because it's laid out exactly as I want it, or just off to my left. So, shall we get started? So this piece of designer series paper, this is cardstock, and it measures 11 inches by 7 1/4, or 28 by 18.5 centimetres if you're working in metric. As always, the measurements will be available on my blog. Link is in the down bar below, and there's a link down there to my shop where you can buy everything that you see in this video as well. And that's now gone really funny colour, hasn't it? I do apologise if because of all the dark that everything's kind of blown out, but I will be as quick as I possibly can. So I've got my notebook, it's just fallen. So right, let's get scoring. So we're going to score at 1 3/4 inches, 3 1/2, 4 1/4, 7, oh, which I've popped out, 7, 8 3/4, and 10 1/2 inches, which is 4.5, 13.5, 18, 22.5 and 27 centimetres. We are then going to just make a little notch mark along the top as well. And we're going to mark at 7/8 of an inch, 2 5/8 of an inch, 4 3/8 of an inch, 6 1/8, 7 7/8, and 9 5/8, or 2.25 centimetres, 11.25 centimetres, 15.75 centimetres, 20.25 centimetres, 20, or, you know, I missed one out. Check the blog post, they'll all be down there. We're then going to turn 90 degrees, and we are going to score at 2 inches and at 5 1/4 inches, which is 5 14 centimetres. I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to keep hold of my score tool, and I need a steel edge ruler, one of those metal rulers, and we are going to score. We're going to join up our little notch marks to the corner to their left. So down that way, and then this one will go to where those two score lines cross. I don't know how well you can see that. So, oh dear. Notch mark to that cross on in the score lines. 1, and there we go. I have made one of these boxes on my YouTube channel before. If I get chance or remember, I will attempt to link it below as well, because I think it's always fun to see different takes on a similar idea, isn't it? So that is that. We're going to use our bone folder. We're going to score this really, really well. So we're going to score all the horizontal and vertical lines first, and then we will go ahead and do our diagonal ones in a second. So, like so, there and there. And so this will then fold around like that to form our box. We then need to fold these ones, so I'm going to fold that one back like so, and we're going to fold that one back, and you will find that the diagonal score will stop where your horizontal score mark is, and we need to burnish it really well with our bone folder, because this is our closure. This is exactly how it's going to close and how it's going to stay closed. If you don't burnish it really well with your bone folder, you might find it pops open. So, there, like that. Now then, we also just need to take away a little tiny weeny little piece, and that's this piece down at the bottom here. So I'm just going to cut that away, and we're going to cut up each one of these pieces down at the bottom, just up to that first horizontal score line. This is one of those boxes that looks really complicated, but actually it's really simple to put together. So before we put it, kind of put it all together, we're going to add our designer series paper, because it's easier to do this while it is flat. And I have grabbed the I think it's called Merry Little Christmas designer series paper. That's okay, my camera's playing silly buggers today and it's told off and I hadn't noticed, so I'm hoping that you've caught all of the scoring and everything so far. And I'm just adding my pieces of designer series paper onto my box. Now these measure 3 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide, and you need 6 pieces, or they are 4 centimetres wide and 8.5 centimetres tall if you are making the metric version. So last bit, just like so. I love this paper, it's so pretty. So we now need to add a strip of fast fuse down this little skinny edge here, and we need to start all the way at the top and go all the way down to the bottom. Rub that bit away. And then we're going to, because it's a 6-sided box, you can literally just fold it and the other piece will come around and meet it perfectly. So there we have a kind of cylinder. And at this point I'm going to put my candle, I'm going to lay it face down, and I'm going to pop my box over the top. Now this is going to help get our box round. If you've got a slightly bigger candle, it works better with the IKEA candle because it's ever so slightly bit bigger. But the as you can see, my flaps don't go all the way across to meet. They're not long enough, and the reason for that is because we haven't got a piece of paper big enough, basically, because it's 7.25 inches wide, this piece of cardstock. You could go for a full 8.25 and it would be a little bit better, but I'm saving cardstock here, guys. So I'll take that back off again. I'm going to add fast fuse to 3 of these pieces, just sticking out the side like that, just to make it easier, just initially to get things going. So I'm going to pull these across, I'm going to line them up like so and squeeze them. So we can, if you pull them across and if you line them up perfectly widthways, you should find that they stick like so, and then that one across like that. Then we can turn our whole thing over. drop the candle in, and that will help to adhere the bottom. Okay, so when you've got your candle like that, all you need to do is push all the pieces in together and you will find that it closes. And once you've closed it a couple of times, the cardstock will then know where to go. You do need to work with cardstock sometimes. It does have a memory, but it needs to be told what to do. So that is my 6-sided twist and close candle box. As always, anything you have seen in this video can be purchased from my online store, and you can find the link in the down bar below or over on my blog at stampinbyhannah.co.uk. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.